What up, yo? It's your boy, King Shay. We back with another video, right? As y'all know, we're gonna be talking about SGA and the OKC Thunder and how they've been dominating, right? This man, SGA, first of all, he is the league MVP. Shea is something else, man. He's getting downhill, finishing the basket really well. A lead mid-range shooter, one of the best mid-range scorers and shooters of all time. Been really well from three ball this season. Shoot 40% from throwing like about 6 attempts. He's been doing this a lot without J-Dub being in the lineup. Obviously, he returned himself too, but he's been healthy for majority of the season. Matter of fact, he played like the first 54 games of the season. It was only out for like 2 games before he got hurt, and he was going to get reevaluated a few games before and after the All-Star game. But actually, he's done really impressive. OKC, I think it only has lost like 1 game when SGA and Chet are in the starting lineup and J-Dub's out. And he's been leading historic offenses with him on the court. In fact, OKC struggles so much and they fall off a cliff so tremendously when he's not off the court, he's not playing, that it's funny because OKC Shea leads OKC to consistent top 3, top 5 offenses when he's on the court. Right? Matter of fact, he's produced top 2, top 3 offenses consistently while being on the court. If you just look statistically in terms of on-off numbers, but obviously OKC's more of a defensive team anyway. Casey Wallace been improving offensively. Adrian Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, and Roy. So shout out to these young guys for really improving their games offensively and giving guys like SGA, Chet, J-Dub, and some more of the big three more aid offensively and in general. Right, and shout out to Chet. Chet just had 21 rebounds the other day against the Nuggets. He balled out. He was fantastic that game. Had 15 points on just 8 shots, and he had 3 blocks. And that was a really good win. I mean, OKC's 2-0 against the supposed best team in the league right now. In my opinion, they're the second best team in the league. I think most people are 50-50. So in OKC and Denver, same with how most people are 50-50 with SGA and Jokic. But most people go the former for in terms of best team, OKC, and the latter for MVP, Jokic. And I just think that's mostly because statistics of the stats. And people just keep running on the narrative that SGA has so much help just because it's an elite, all-time great defensive team. He's had an all-star. He's had an all-NBA player. This was before he turned 30, or this was before. Like, he really started racking up PD postseason one. Because it was a stretch from like 2019 to 2024 to 2025. That's like 6 to 7 year stretch where Jokic is making the playoffs without another All Star, right? SGA never really had that stretch. He only has like what, a 2 to 3 year stretch of doing that. So I can understand why SGA does not get that much respect in terms of that. But at the same time, I don't understand it because SGA is that damn good. But anyways, from that, right? Mark Daigneault, dude, holy shit, Mark Daigneault, he's easily top 10 coach in the league. All right, you want to argue Spo? Go ahead. You want to argue Kenny Atkinson? Go ahead. JB Bickerstaff? Go ahead. Joe Mazzulla? Go ahead. These are all great coaches, right? Go ahead. I'm not even saying Mike Brown, but those coaches in general, go ahead. But Mark Daigneault is in the top 5. He is in the upper echelon, that upper class, with the Joe Mazzulla, with the Kenny Atkinson, with the Spo, with the JB Bickerstaff. Steve Kerr's not in the mix anymore. I haven't been impressed with how he's been coaching recently, but those 4 coaches, and in part it can be to the lackluster Warriors team, but still. But those 5 coaches that I just outlined, right, who've been coaching great teams, who've been leading their teams to historic results over the past year or two, right, and I just gotta give them credit, right. So, I'm not one of those dudes who's I've never said this about coaches. I don't solely go off team record, but it doesn't matter a lot. I mean, you play with great players. You look better as a coach. You'll be able to make better adjustments, assignments, schemes, etc. Right? You look at the sport cast on OKC. Right back to OKC. Elite defensive core: Casey Wallace, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Zay Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, Shea, Dub. All these guys are elite defenders. So this is why they operate so well, because they have 7 legit All-NBA caliber defensive guys. These are 7 guys who are like 7 top 10 DPOY like level guys. Like even SGA, who might be the weakest defender. So he looks like he's the 7th best defender team, but he still had 2 consecutive back-to-back top 10 DPOY finishes. Never been replicated, right? You look at OKC, they're still number 1 in the West, right? I believe they're still number 1 in the league or tied with Detroit, so they're really impressive there. And I also like the stretch OKC post the San Antonio game where they got blown out, or Rockets, whatever that one game is, and pre-Detroit, because that stretch of that was like a 6 to 7 game stretch with SGA where they were really good. I think they went like 5-1 or some shit like that. So I think that was an improvement of Kaysen. I think that was an improvement of Like I said, Alex Caruso, Jalen Williams being able to play more heavy minutes, Isaiah Hartenstein, even Chet to this thing. So I've just been really impressed with all these guys. Well, OKC, I just really want to shout them out. I just want to shout out OKC. They've done SGA, my boy SGA, SGA for MVP. As a Laker fan, I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Thunder up, Thunder will win the championship. I don't give a fuck if I seem like a bandwagon, y'all. That being said, hit the like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know. Peace.